Here I'm keeping on with Horse Crazy and Racing the Tide, and the girls have just seen the 3 abalone poachers clinging to Skull Rock. There they are. Great drawing by Roland. Sam could see why the men were screaming. Skull Rock was as smooth as a skull, and the base where they were standing was already underwater. The tide was coming in, and soon there would be nothing for the men to hold on to. As the girls watched, a huge wave sloshed against the rock and knocked the figures down. "They're going to drown, Bonnie," said Sam. So many thoughts raced through Sam's mind that it felt like a big railway station. She dug into her saddlebag for the mobile and called Bill's number. She yelled into the phone, telling him the situation, but she couldn't hear what he said over the pounding waves. "Tell Woody and Vi to come," she screamed. "They're not going to get here in time, Sam." Bonnie stared out to sea. "Look, that wave went right over them." "Follow me." Sam trotted Blondie above the high tide mark. She unbuckled the saddlebags and dropped them on the sand. "No point getting all this stuff wet. Can you pass me that rope they left on the veranda, please?" "You're not, Sam." Bonnie's eyes were as big as an owl's. "You can't swim Blondie out and save them. That was just a story." "We have to, Bon. We can't just leave them drowning. They all have mums and dads, maybe kids. They might even have kids at our school." She tied the green rope onto the horn of her saddle. "Anyway, Blondie will do it easy and we can be heroes." Blondie went straight into the surf. The big waves didn't faze her at all. She swam right through them. Pants raced up and down in the shallows, barking. Bonnie watched her friend clinging to the palomino as the waves broke over them. "Please, Tex," she begged. "Please go in." She booted him hard. "Sam needs us." Tears of frustration blurred her vision as the stubborn Appaloosa balked at the shallows, but then he moved forward into the water. "I love you, Tex," Bonnie shouted as they crashed through the waves after Bonnie. I love that picture. Heroes. Blondie felt like a big, safe ship. All Sam had to do was to hang on tight. They were on the leeward side of Skull Rock where the waves weren't so big. "Can you swim this far?" Sam yelled to the men. The one with the moustache gave a thumbs up. He must be soggy, thought Sam. They pushed away from the rock on a big swell and swam towards her, 2 men supporting the third, who was limp and bleeding from the head. Sam felt suddenly afraid. They looked like drowned rats, but they were much bigger and stronger than her. She threw the rope towards them. "Don't come any closer," she shouted, but they kept coming. Suddenly Blondie lunged at the swimmers, baring her big yellow teeth. With her mane wet and her ears back, she looked like a dragon. "She'll bite your face off," Sam shouted. "Hang on to the rope." She turned Blondie towards the shore and saw Bonnie and Tex just clearing the last breaker. Tex held his chin up high. You could see that he hated getting wet. "You champion, Bon," Sam shouted, her fear ebbing. Bonnie took the end of the rope and they towed the drowning men to shore between them. Did I show you that one? I love that one, she says. "She'll bite your face off." "Look, Sam," Bonnie pointed. "There's your dad." The police car was racing along the beach. Sam dropped the rope and cantered to meet it. "Are you all right?" Bill shouted. "Are you both all right?" Sam nodded. She suddenly felt teary again. A helicopter came thudding over the sand dunes and suddenly the beach was crowded. Vi and Woody's ute came screaming down the beach, the collies all barking in the back. Bonnie and Sam rode the horses up to the sand dunes away from the action. Blondie drew the line at helicopters. She snorted and danced as Sam slid off her. The girls leaned against each other and Pants wiggled between them. "I'm shaking," said Bonnie. "Me too." Sam showed her wobbling hand. "But we saved them, Bon." Is everyone arriving at the beach? Abalone explanations. The helicopter finally lifted away, taking the injured man to hospital. The other 2 sat with blankets around them, drinking cups of tea and telling Bill their story. For months Soggy had moored his catch of abalone to a buoy near Skull Rock, then returned at night to pick them up. Last night a huge wave had swamped the boat. "We always used the shepherd's hut to store dry clothes and gear. Young Lofty got a hell of a fright last night when he found you girls there," Soggy said. "But it was a good thing. We would have been history if it wasn't for you and your horses." Bonnie and Sam cantered behind Vi and Woody's ute, following them bank to Backseer Ridge. Pants ran with the collies, swerving at seagulls. Blondie shifted into the shallows and Tex moved with her, sending spray flying as they raced along. This is the last page. Bonnie and Sam let the horses pick at the long grass beside the road and looked down at their town. Currawong Creek was just the same. There were no TV cameras waiting for them. Bill made sure their rescue didn't turn into a circus and let them give just one interview to the Currawong Creek Chronicle. Janice will be pleased that we got Tex to have a swim, said Bonnie. Let's go and tell her. There they are. So the next story, the last story in Horse Crazy is called Saving Mr. Pinto. And in this one, the girls go to the Melbourne show. So thanks for listening. Bye-bye.